Hey there, my busy hivers. This is Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach, and we are back for our monthly Wisdom Wednesdays. Okay, let me make sure I get back out here. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Yam. How are you doing this Wednesday evening? Inside the busy 9 to 5ers hive, where employees who are busy working their full time jobs have a space where they can come in and create their escape route so that they can start their transformation and transition from employee to entrepreneur. That is what this space is for and who it is for. So, welcome. Welcome to any of our new members who've joined us since our last session. Always happy to have you here. Please make sure that you take advantage of all the resources and dynamic events that we have to offer. If you happen to be watching on my Facebook page, great, and on my YouTube channel as well, welcome to each and every one of you. So today, as I try to offer insights about your ability to make those transformations happen, we typically will go through 3 different phases. You have an opportunity to plan that business idea that you have kind of stored inside of you, ready to explode, but you don't know what to do. And then there's the taking that idea from a plan to a developed idea and then execute that idea and making it into a launch of your side gig or your full-time business, depending on where you want to go. Now, for many of you, you are working your full-time job and taking that planning idea so that you can at least initiate a side gig and be able to confirm that that business idea that you have has the fortitude, has an ability to thrive so that you can start to generate enough income that can replace your full-time job that you work right now. That's one of the bases for being inside of this space. So to do that, we need to ask ourselves a couple of different questions. So if you haven't already done so, you haven't downloaded the Are You Ready assessment inside of the Facebook group, I want you to do that. I'm going to see if I can share some reflective questions with you. And these are going to be around your idea and then around your ability to execute. So answer these questions for yourself, and then based on how you answer the questions, by the end, you should have a good sense as to whether or not, one, you're ready to take the next step of from planning that idea to start developing it into an executable business plan and operate that plan as well. So if you haven't already done so, you can drop your comments inside of the threads, inside of the Facebook group itself, or on my page. If you happen to be watching this as a part of a recording, you can certainly watch it anytime, and you can still leave your comments and your questions below. Happy to take any of them as well. Now, let me just... All righty. So question number 1 you want to ask yourself is, have I taken a realistic assessment of myself and my idea? Meaning that, what questions and feelings do you have for yourself? And are you at a place where you feel as though you're assured that there is a market for your idea or the goods or services that you want to serve that has a paying market? People are already willing to pay for the service or the product that you wish to put out into the e-commerce space, or even locally for that matter. And most importantly, does the business idea that you have, does it excite you? You've got to be excited and passionate about something. Now, you may be just as excited and passionate about your full-time job, and there is nothing wrong with doing that and still doing your side gig. So there's no reason why you can't do both. But if you're going to do something in addition to, it damn sure better be something you're going to make yourself happy doing at the same time, as well as bringing joy and providing a service or a product to other people that will make them happy as well. You also want to think about your idea as one or more of the following. Does it help people that you are uniquely qualified to help? Meaning, what makes you the qualifier to help somebody else? Also, does this business idea utilize your most inner best skills? You have at least one main skill. Like, what are you really, really good at? And Does your idea cause anticipation in you, meaning you don't dread what you're going to do on that idea that you're tackling? Even if it is a new skill, you can still be able to build up that capacity so that you would be excited about it. But you sure don't want to be something that's going to make it hard and difficult for you to tackle on a routine basis. Also makes it's going to make a significant difference for you, and also for your customers for that business. What type of an impact can you make by starting up this particular business? And then, can you provide a unique twist to your clients that's going to really love what you're offering in a product or a service? Remember, you want to have that one kind of unique identifier that's going to separate you. Yeah, remember, you're not going to be the first one doing this, but what could you put that special spin on it that others would find intriguing? And does this business idea have the potential to make some serious money and build up your reputation should you want to take it full on? If the money that you're making is simply to add additional revenue to your business, then that's great. Then you still have to decide, is the effort worth the turnover, the return on the investment by way of the generation of income that you're doing for yourself? And is it going to be able to transform the lives of others? So those are some of the questions you want to ask yourself. Now, another thing to know is whether or not this idea that you have really aligns with your core beliefs and your personal values. Again, don't do something just for the sake of doing it, or you see other people doing it so you think you should do it too because it's the end thing to do. No, 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 no. Following others is never a good idea. And while it may look like they're doing and having a good time, it's because they're passionate about it. But if it doesn't work with your inner core and your personal values, don't bother to do it. Find something that you are passionate about. Um, you also want to make sure that you are kind of make an assessment for yourself. What are all the great strengths that you have? When people ask, if you were to ask your best friend, like, what am I really good at? Or how do they see you as being good at something or doing something or creating things? Your friends and your families typically recognize what you're really good at because they typically are the ones asking you to do that for them when they need it. And that you're the kind of go-to person in the family for certain things. So what would that be? Also, you want to frame the weaknesses that you think that you have as just opportunities where you can improve and enhance it so that you can avoid falling into any kind of negative traps that we typically fall into should things don't absolutely go perfect on any given instance, which, by the way, as entrepreneurs, that's a given. You're always going to have some down valley time as much as you're going to have peak time. And that you can celebrate your unique traits as well that make you different and unique, and how you can import that uniqueness into your business idea. So it's also a really good thing to do. Hold on one second. I see some notes here. All right. So the other thing to keep in mind is you want to be able to show that you can personally and professionally overcome whatever your client or customers are struggling with. If you have a personal experience and you're able to show how you took a process or you created a product that was able to help you overcome that particular pain point, then it makes it easier for other people to see it was applicable and done because you did it yourself and you have a story to tell. People like to connect with people who also have similar experiences. That's why it's important for you to always have do something that you are personally interested in at the same time. Of course, you want to do your research and analyze your skills, your experiences, if you have certifications, if you have achievements. Capture all of that information and analyze your past with those particular aspects. You may also want to consider your business ideas that can be generated out of things like what you do now, maybe in your volunteering time, Maybe you do some passionate about some of the charities that you're passionate about or hobbies that you simply enjoy. These are places where you can draw your business idea and generate them from, again, because of the passions or the interests that you have. And then last but not least, decide, is this going to be a product-based business or is this going to be a service-based business primarily, or are you looking to take a combination of the two, which you could possibly do both? It just depends on which one you're looking to do. And they may be able to do both. Not everything always works in that way, but you can always do so. And then how much money do you think it would take for you to start up your business idea? If there's any particular capital outlay, as we like to call it, you need some money to purchase some things in order for you to actually get your business to be a business or produce the products that you need. And then is it sustainable and scalable? Meaning that is it something that you can do always by yourself, or over time, if you start to get a lot of customers, are you able to scale that business? Meaning that will I have to bring on additional staff and buy other products in order to make all that happen? So is it scalable and sustainable over time? And it's not something that's like seasonal. If it's seasonal, that's all you want to do it for is seasonal, then you go in with that intention. That's certainly fine. But of course, you'll last and always want to make sure is that you are doing your homework and you're doing the research about the business that you want. And create a wait list is always a really good idea. If you let people know, I'm looking about starting to do this, would you be interested once I get started? Can I get you on my wait list? And I have a strategy in order to help you to get that created in a much more effective way than just asking friends and family. Because you do want to be able to test out your idea and then make sure you can either get your foot in the door if you are a service-based business or a product-based business with your potential customers or clients. Last but not least, you know that you need to have commitment, dedication, and ability to be consistent and be able to follow through on all the necessary steps that is going to be required of you in order for you to operate your side gig or your full-time business. Those are the questions you want to ask yourself as you consider your next new business idea. And inside of the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive, we have some resources available to you. In fact, let me make sure. Inside, you have inside of the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive. Let me see if I can bring it up on the screen. It's going to let me. Inside the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive, once you have decided that you have an idea and you're ready to take next steps, we will be starting our create your side hustle income planning weekend project is going to be coming up really soon, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So you'll hear some information with respect to that. And in there, we have a full workbook workshops series that you'll be able to participate in. In addition to that, so you'll see that inside of our Facebook group. Secondly, you will need to make sure that you get 4 components secured with your business idea. Inside the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive, you have access to a discounted rate or reduced rate savings for the Make It Official starter kit. And this is a 4-step process that's going to help you to establish your limited liability corporation, get your government ID, set up your domain, as well as your business banking account. You're going to need all 4 of those in order for you to take any business idea or plan off and running. And so we have for you inside the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive your starter kit at a reduced rate. So only if you are a member of Busy 9 to 5ers Hive do you get that access to that rate. So if you haven't already done so, make sure that you join our community. Come on over to the busy9to5ershive.com. And then that will take you inside of Facebook. Just join, answer a couple key questions, and you are in Life Flynn, and then you will have access to that starter kit. In addition to that, like I said, we'll be starting our next series of our Create Your Side Hustle Income Weekend Project. You'll have that. And last but not least, if you have any other additional questions to ask yourself, we do have a masterclass also inside the Busy 9 to 5 is Hive. And that is the 5 things you need to know before you leave your 9 to 5. And that is one of our master classes that is free to access inside of the Space Group as a webinar. And then you just click inside of there and you'll have access to that course as well. So as you can see, we have lots of resources and ideas and activities for you to take action. And that is what this space is for. If you haven't already done so, you can also feel free to reach out to me personally inside of the group. You could just direct message me inside of the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive as well. So for those of you who are watching, if you've already created your goal for this quarter and you are moving along, I'd love to know how well things are going for you and your ideas. And if you have any questions, always know you can post them inside our group. I'd be happy to help you, or one of our team members as well would be happy to address any questions that you may have. It is first quarter still, so you still have an opportunity to take that idea that you want for the full year of 2022 and beyond, and get that money circulated and your idea generated for your new business. This is Dr. Yam. I am your Keep It Simple coach. It's been my pleasure to be with you again this Wisdom Wednesday. And always remember that it's all about you and your idea. There's never a bad idea, but you do need a plan. And if you don't have a plan, any map is going to get you there. And you certainly don't want to end up anywhere doing anything. So do take advantage of that. All righty. Until next time, this is Dr. Yam. You guys, let's get busy. Bye-bye.